Namaste to all my students, listeners, viewers. Today I am deliver a topic content analysis technique for journalism. Content analysis technique is very important technique in media research, journalism research and social sciences research. Myself Dr. Ram Shankar, working as Assistant Professor Department of Journalism and Mass Communication, IMT College of Management. So I start what is content analysis. Before discussing content analysis, we can study here what is research. Research means re plus search. Research is a systematic, logical, original contribution to knowledge. In research, content analysis is very important technique. So, what is content analysis? Content analysis, a technique or procedure that enables researcher to study human behavior through analysis of ways of communication. Ways of communication means like textbooks, essays, newspaper, pictures, songs, movies, debates, signs, symbols, and manuscript, etc. Here we can study a logic. A person or group's conscious or unconscious beliefs, attitudes, or values are often revealed in their medium of communication is called logic. In content analysis, we study of recorded human communication. Typically, content analysis is the coding of means of communication for the presence of certain traits, categories, or meanings. Analysis can relate the occurrence of coded content with the other factors such as features, like opinion of the producer, effects, or reaction on the receiver, etc. Content analysis are two types: content analysis manifest and content analysis latent. Manifest content analysis deals with visible surface of text by analyzing frequencies of words, sentences, paragraphs, space, number of words in the unit of observation. And latent analysis, latent content analysis deals with the underlying meanings inherent in the document's text in the form of attitude, perception, and opinion of the producer. Use of content analysis, particularly well suited for the communication research, critical for answering the question. Content analysis use for critical for answering the questions: who says what, means opinion, to whom, why, how, and with what effect. 5W1H in content analysis. However, content differences do not result equal effects. Therefore, we must move beyond simple content and study of the text and science of consequences of content in means of communication. Content analysis is very important technique in media research, social science. Here we study types of content analysis. Here some types of content analysis like descriptive analysis, contextual analysis, comparative analysis, processual analysis, and others. In descriptive analysis, identify and describe main content of data thematically through counting and listing of text. In descriptive analysis, we study number of news, number of like, number of views, etc. Contextual analysis, we can study research objective in the context of meaning and inherent in the text. Comparative analysis compares text of different types of media authors to identify cultural and ideological differences in uh, uh, given documents. Processual analysis means study elements or aspects of whole communication process like sender, receiver, medium and outcome of the message SMCR like sender message channel and receiver and feedback. Step of content analysis. Very important part in content analysis. Step. How many steps? Formulation of the research question or objective is first step. Selection of communication content and sample. Developing content categories. Finalizing units of analysis. Preparing a code schedule. Coding schedule is very must in content analysis. Analyzing the collected data. Categorization in content analysis. All procedure at some points convert the descriptive information into categories. There are two ways this might to be done. These are some points. The researcher determines the categories before any analysis begins. These categories are based on previous knowledge, literature review, existing theories and experiences, or the researcher becomes very familiar with the descriptive information collected and allows the categories to emerge as the analysis continues. Like that, grounded theory. Process of content analysis. In process, firstly, we identification of subject of content analysis. Determine objective by obtaining information on the following base. Formulate themes for organization. Check other research findings for validation. Obtain information useful in dealing with the problems. Investigate possible relationship to test hypothesis. And other defined terms. Clearly define the term before or during the study. Your objective? What is your topic objective? Specify the unit of analysis. In process of content analysis, other sub-themes: locate relevant data, develop a rationale, conceptual links needed to relate data to objectives, develop a sampling plan, like technique could involve random sample, stratified sampling, cluster sampling, convenience sampling, etc. Formulate coding categories. Step involved in analysis. First step is analysis of data. Counting, use the descriptive statistical procedures such as frequencies and or percentage. Deconstruction of inner meaning of the text and analysis of the opinion motive of the procedure or author. First step, like identify the content, and very important topic in content analysis of data. On other hand, sample research question. We can see here sample of research question. Depictions of crime against women after Nirbhaya rape case in Delhi by Indian Hindi newspapers. The researcher used the questions revolves around who means get reported, what means get reported, where does the issues get reported, location, place in the newspaper, means news place in newspaper, how much space in the newspaper, why does the issue get reported. These are some very important 5W1H. Very important and significant categories in content analysis. First is name of newspaper. What is your Units of newspaper. What is the name of newspaper? Types of crime like rape, murder, etc. Place of crime. Where? Means Delhi, other than Delhi, etc. Social status of victim. What is the social status of victims? Social status of culprit. Place in the newspaper. Space occupied by the news. Factors that caused the reporting. Units of analysis. What is the units of analysis? Very important. News columns in Hindi newspaper, like 5 Hindi newspaper. Duration December 27, 2012 to February 28, 2015. Number of columns used in sample 3564. Elements of content analysis coding. There are two main elements of content analysis coding scheme. First is coding schedule for categories and second is coding manual. Coding is very important in our study. Coding schedule for crime against women. What is the case number? Date. What is the case date? Nature of crime like murder, rape, harassment, etc. Occupation of culprit like government job, private job, etc. Age of culprit. What is the age of real culprit? Occupation of the victim like student, housewife, etc. Age of victim, depictions of victim, positions of news items, where our news published in newspaper. Coding manual. When we code manual, nature of offense, first rape, second molestation, third is murder, fourth is beating, five is eye teasing, and six is other. These are some nature categories, subpoints, coding categories. And other occupation of victim like professional, housewife, students, laborers, and others. Positions of news items in front page, inside page, text box, inbox, city page, back page, which page. Category of culprit: employer, relatives, villagers, unknown persons, others. Here depictions victim, victim responsible for the crime, victim partially responsible for the crime, victim not at all responsible for crime, law and order situation responsible for crime, and other. These are manual coding categories. Here we can see that completed coding schedule. First is number of case 26, date of case, then 3rd February 2013. Nature of crime, one is denoted by coded by rape. Occupation of culprit is relatives, and uh, 2 is coded by relatives. Age of culprit 24. Occupation of victims 2 is coded by student. Age of victims 16. Depictions of victims. Victim is partially responsible for crime. Positions of news item 1 in front page, and other in 12 March 2013, 99 cases reported by reporters in newspapers. Name of crimes 3 is denoted by harassment. Occupation of culprit is coded by relatives, age of culprit 42 year, occupation of victim 1, occupation of victim means housewife, age of victim 23, depictions of victims not responsible for uh, case, positions of news items in one is coded by in front pages in newspaper. You can see here second example of research question in content analysis. What is the difference in preference for bride and groom between Indian youth of New Delhi and New York for matrimonials advertisement? What is the methodology? The data for present study were obtained from 5 Indian English daily newspaper from New Delhi and 5 English daily newspaper from New York in US. Matrimonial said from these dailies belonging to the period of 1990s and 2000s were carefully analyzed and 1000 advertisements on 100 from each paper were chosen from our study at random. Randomly, we can choose 1000 advertisement. Out of these, 500 advertisements were for eligible groom and the other remaining 500 for bride. 500 for grooms and 500 for in matrimonial sites, categories preference for physical attributes, economic status of parents, aesthetics attributes, educational qualification, preference for horoscope, regional language preference, caste, and others. You can see here matrimonials advertisement in Sunday Times. You can see here caste, no bar, youth, Christian, Yadav, Kshatriya, Agrawal, and others. You can see here physical attributes is very important for matrimonials advertisement. Height 5 feet and 4 inches, age 21 year, very fair, delicate, good looking, slims, highly educated, graduate working women, tall and athletic, smart, gentle and submissive. Here we can see physical attributes is very important in matrimonials advertisement. Height, age, color, good looking and slims, etc. Economics factors. Well placed match in New York Times 26 March 1995 employed MBA officers who are well settled grooms New York, well settled Hindustan Times, status match in Hindustan Times 4 July 1999. Economics factors is very important. You can see here in our matrimonials advertisements. Economic status of the parents. In India, economic status of parents is very important for marriage. Father settled in New York. Father ex-army. Father gentle gazetted officers. Father IAS officers. Published in 1999, 1999. Aesthetic consideration is very important in marriage. Wanted charming, cultured, Tall, Highly Educated Girls, published in New York Times, 4 July 1999. In 4 July 1999, cultured, tall, highly educated girls advertisements you can see here. Wanted tall, smart and groom. Wanted extremely beautiful, tall, good looking, fair, slim girls. Smart, fair, complex. Very fair, attractive, slims, very Indians. Simple girls, pretty girls, beautiful, fair, slim and smart girls. Marriage related advertisement published in New York Times, Hindustan Times, uh, New York Times, Indian Express, etc. Educational qualification is very important part in matrimonial side. BCom honors, diploma advertising marketing, Hindustan Times, 1st August 1999. Highly qualified, BSc, DCS, MBA, NRI, IIT Engineer MBA, USA, and others qualification shows in matrimonials advertisement. Preference for horoscope. Send biodata and horoscope. New York Times. Apply with horoscope. Send biodata and Kundali. Necessary because Mangalik. Contact with horoscope. Send biodata, photos, etc. Contact with photos, Kundali. Apply with horoscope must. Send biodata, recent photo, horoscope, Kundali, etc. There are some preference preference contacts, preference parts in matrimonials advertisement. You can see here not only preference for caste, category, place, city. Here preference for region and city. Preference Delhi and surroundings. Delhi placed surroundings. Faridabad. Bachelor settled in New York, New York, only New York based. Keralite girls, Delhite girls, etc. Caste endogamy. Punjabi Brahmin, Kankubj girl, Kshatriya groom, Gaur Brahmin, Sunni Muslims boys, Srivastav Gautam, Brahmin Samarth, non-Bharadwaj groom. So you can see here some very important cost based matrimonials advertisement published in New York Times and in Delhi Times, in Delhi newspaper. Tabulation of content analysis data. Attributes New Delhi and New York. Caste. Percentage of male 52.4% male based on caste system, and female at 68.2% female want to live in caste based system. Male in New York focused on caste 20.4% and female in New York 35.4. Religions 78.6 in Delhi for male and 79.5% for female, because female is very religious. In New York 10.4% male religious, but female 14.4% focused on religions. Reasons choose regions 16.2% male and 13.2% female. In New York, 3.8% for male and 5.0% for female. Language preference for language male 15.2% in New Delhi for male and 16.2% for female in New Delhi, and New York 45.6% for female and 40.6% for female prefer language. Age 16.2%, female 14.2%, and ratio is very different in New York and New Delhi for age and language. Here in New York, 65.5% female male and 64.8% for female. Preference age matter. Education 58%, 58.8 and 60.2 for female in New Delhi and 71.2 for male in New York and 65.0% female in New York. Profession 32.6 and female in New Delhi 62.5 and male in 72.2 and 85% for female. Here we can see the tabulation of content analysis is very and difference in according to attributes in New Delhi and New York. Advantage of content analysis. The following are considered advantage of content analysis. Useful means of analyzing medium of communication, not limited by time and space to the study of present events. Relatively simple and economical. Content analysis is very simple and economical. Easy to undertake the longitudinal study. In content analysis, we can use the longitudinal study. Disadvantages of content analysis. The following are considered disadvantages of content analysis. Usually limited to recorded information. Establishing the validity. Question remains as to the true meaning of categories themselves created by researchers. These are these two or three disadvantages or challenges, as we can see, call the challenges of content analysis. Content analysis can be done on manifestos, in invitation card, TV program, speeches, documentaries, slangs, social networks, manuscript, recorded documents, etc. Thanks for joining us. Namaste.